Hey everyone, this is Eric from firearmtutorials.com, and today I'm going to talk about the Remington 870 Express in 20 gauge. You see a lot of stuff about the 12 gauge, but not a lot about the 20 gauge, so I figured I'd talk about that. The Remington 870, there's a ton of other info out there on it, and I'm not really going to go too much into that. You know, it's the pump action. You know, one of the most reliable and popular shotguns around. And, you know, why did I go with the 20 gauge? Well, several reasons. One, I already had a 12 gauge, and I wasn't really into just collecting 12 gauge shotguns. The 20 gauge ammo is a little cheaper, not much, but it's a little cheaper. It's also harder to find, so kind of a trade-off there. The recoil, though, is noticeably less on a 20 gauge. And for what I use this for, I primarily just shoot slugs out of this guy. So I feel I can fire a lot more slugs out of this without my shoulder hurting than I can out of like a 12 gauge. The only negative things about this gun is there's really not a lot of accessories for the 20 gauge version. I tried to buy a barrel shroud for this guy because over the course of shooting it one day, you know, I put a lot of slugs through this pretty quickly, and my finger just happened to slip and hit the barrel, and ooh, I got a nasty burn on it from that. So I figured the easiest thing would just be to get one of those plastic barrel shields, and the one that I bought was advertised to work with 20 or 12 gauge, but the thickness of the barrel, I couldn't get it to meet at the bottom underneath this barrel, so obviously it really wasn't designed for a 20 gauge. You can get like a shell saddle and stuff for it, but other than that, there's really not much you can do with this guy. It's reliable, it's accurate, it's durable. You know, you get everything that you could want out of this gun. I haven't had any problems with it, and I've put a decent amount of rounds through it. I did notice, though, shooting slugs out of it, I probably put 200 or 300 slugs through it without cleaning it. And when I did take it apart, there was a lot of lead built up in the end of the barrel, and it was a real pain in the ass to clean out of there. I had to use a couple different brushes and really scrape it out before I could get that stuff, and it took a long time. So traditionally, shotguns don't really need to be cleaned that much, but in this case with the slugs, it's something you might want to keep an eye on. What else can I say? Retail price, depending on the options. I mean, this is, I think, a 6+1 capacity. And there's not really too many of the 20 gauge models offered. So I think this one was around 370 bucks or so. So under 400 bucks, which is not bad. I mean, you can't beat that. This shotgun will probably last, you know, almost forever if I take good care of it. A lot of the stuff is plastic on here. These two pieces, the trigger guard is plastic, I believe. But obviously it's metal everywhere it needs to be metal. And the action works great on it. Never had any problems. There's a place where you can attach a sling to it here or there, but that's it. That's the Remington 870 in 20 gauge. So thanks for watching. If you like gun stuff, subscribe to my channel. I'm always adding new things. So catch you later.